Hey everybody, it's PDubs. Welcome to 2024, and our first video this year is going to be a quick news video regarding Unico and their upcoming products. If you're not familiar with Unico, Unico made this MVSX arcade cabinet very similar in size, shape, and quality as to your Arcade 1-Up 3/4 scale arcade cabinets a couple of years ago. Then they went very quiet. Everyone thought like maybe they were one and done. But then again, they have done some other products in the past, such as the NeoGeo Minis and things like that. But lo and behold, they're coming out with some new stuff this year. It's always nice to see some of these companies coming out with new products. Now let's dive into what some of these products are. Obviously, we have our MVSX arcade cabinet still for sale, still available here. You got the Phoenix Monitor series, your LCD replacement monitor for CRTs or for DIY projects, things like that. Here's on the top row here, we got our new products. Now, what's very interesting about these new products is, are they really new? Well, let's talk real quick about this. So we have the SNK Mini Red. Now, funny story about this Mini Red is a lot of us own a mini NeoGeo, one of these little mini NeoGeo arcade consoles already. I have one. I'll have links to some videos and stuff that I've done in the past in the video description below. And what's interesting about these is it's not a bad little console. You know, usually they come with about 30 to 40 games depending on the variant. A lot of the variants have unique skins, unique artwork, and then sometimes they change up the games list ever so slightly. So on this one, what is different about the SNK MVS Mini Arcade compared to one that you might already own? The only thing that's really going to be different is the artwork, right? I mean, you're going to get the red artwork to make it look more like a real SNK MVS. And then also the game lineup has been tweaked a little bit. If you actually comb through all 40 games, you'll notice that they've swapped out 1 or 2 or 3 games. It's not that big of a difference, but it's enough where there's an even more abundance of fighters in this one as well. So I would only recommend picking this up if you're a huge fan of SNK MVS, SNK fighting games, because this thing is fighter heavy, extremely fighter heavy. The one product though that I find kind of interesting is this Mini Visco Bartop. Now this thing is going to retail for $200. It comes with 12 games, but are the games even worth buying? It's got Visco IP, Visco licensing, right? Let's go back here. Let's take a look at the games you're getting on this thing. All right, so let's take a look here at what we got. We got Goal soccer game, Neo Drift Out racing game, Andro Dunos. I always say it wrong, Asuka or Asuka. I can't see all these. Bang Bead, UN Earth Defense Force, Captain Tomaday, Breaker's Revenge, etc. So like you're getting 12 games on this little mini arcade console. Let's continue onwards. Nice little commercial that they filmed here. Obviously they're selling this as a bar top, and it's got an 8-inch screen on it, and it's available for pre-order now. In fact, if you pre-order it now, what's funny is this thing will actually, it says here it's going to be shipping as of January, so there is a chance that if you do place a pre-order for one of these, you'll get your hands on it possibly sometime this month. It's the Visco Mini Arcade Bar Top. Artwork on here, actually, that doesn't look too bad. Like right here, that actually looks kind of cool, right? You got this big ass Visco marquee, and you got your button layout. Now, a couple things. Now, this is. Now, follow me on this. The question is does this arcade machine have a hidden secret, or is there a hidden capability as yet to be discovered on this arcade machine? You'll notice I have my MVSX turned on behind me, and you'll notice although I have the Hilo hack loaded on this machine, you could also load in the normal user interface that's on here, right? And what's kind of funny about this is when I look at this right here, you'll notice that it pretty much has the exact same user interface set up on this machine right here as it does on that MVSX bar top. It's pretty much the exact same user interface, just the colors and graphics on the menus have changed. Now, what that excites me about is the possibility that, are we actually going to be able to mod this thing, and could a soft mod be possible? What I do like about this is, and I'll be honest with you guys, when I'm staring at this thing, the thing that I'm thinking of is, man, this would be kind of cool as a mini MVS Red, like a red arcade cabinet, like an SNK Red bar top. That's what I'm thinking of when I look at this from a modding perspective. I think that this would look pretty cool like that. You just got to get some artwork made and a new marquee and things like that. You could turn this into your little SNK Red, but you're stuck with 12 Visco games. Is it going to really be worth it, right? Is it really going to be worth it to do that mod? I mean, $200 just to mod it, kind of a lot of money, but hey, man, there's a lot of arcade one-up countercades I've bought for anywhere between $80 to $200, and I've modded them. So to me, it's nothing unusual to spend that kind of money on a project like this. But the key thing to remember when looking at this particular list of the key thing to remember when looking at the features on this bar top is the fact that it does have a USB port. So you notice it does tell you right here, hey, it's got 12 games, 8-inch display. It can play retro games. You notice how this say perfect support retro games? Really interesting that they put it in here. Why would you put that in there? Joysticks for retro gaming. I mean, if it comes with retro games, why would you say perfect support retro games? It's just kind of weird. Joysticks for retro gaming. You have HDMI output in case if you want to play this on a television. Second player controller included. That's right. They do give you a controller included. Well, how does that controller plug in? Obviously, it plugs in via USB. You'll notice that when you look at all the different specs on this particular unit, you do have a TFT 8.0-inch screen. So keep in mind, it's not an IPS screen. I'm not expecting this screen to look amazing by any means. But they put on here super bass game audio effect for the audio, so it might have some good sound to it, but then again, none of the videos we've seen have told us how good the sound is going to be. It does have stereo speakers, 3.5mm headphone jack, HDMI out, but of course it does have a USB port, and that USB port right now is designed for one USB port to plug in a controller, which they noted here. Myself, I'm hoping via, and here's that white controller that you get with it as well. I myself am hoping that what we end up seeing on this is that they end up, you know, someone on the Hylo team can take a look at this. I don't know if those guys are still kicking it. I'm not friends with any of them personally that I can think of, so I haven't heard anything, any inside rumors or anything, but it would be really cool if you could actually load the Hylo hack on this thing like we've done on the MVSX arcade cabinet, the 3/4 scale cabinet. It's using the same interface. It has a USB port, and I'm assuming that USB port, although they mentioned it's for controller only, if you were able to do firmware updates via USB on the red cabinet back there, then why wouldn't you be able to use that USB port and maybe do some USB firmware updates on this thing, and maybe we can get the Hylo hack loaded on this thing. I find that interesting. I'm hoping that we can get the Hylo hack loaded on this thing, because if I find out we can, I would love to turn this into a little mini red SNK bar top. So I'll keep my eyes on this one just to see if any mods or anything like that come out in the future. Software mods come out in the future and all that stuff, and I'll keep you guys posted if I hear anything. Either way, I just wanted to make this quick video and, you know, talk about this, because, you know, it's stuff like this and tinkering that excites me. Do you guys think that we'll be able to get the Hylo hack loaded on this thing, HyloX, or do you guys think that's not going to be possible? And if you can load it on this thing, does it make this product actually more interesting to you? Let me know in the comment section after this video's over. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.